Reserve time.
Some teams still
Reserve time.
afraid for a head because I don't know if they have anything that they can really do about this.
Yeah, the Vengeful Spirit pickup is a little intriguing to me. We don't quite yet know where she'll be placed. A lot of people laugh at the idea of Vengeful Spirit being a carry, but Power Rangers do it pretty often ahead. You know, they're also a Russian squad. They could, you know, favor that as well. I haven't seen too much of them play the actual Venge, or this could be just simply a hard counter towards that Bat Rider in case he does get those grabs. So we'll see based on this 5th pickup if they want to go a really hardcore, true core pickup of DPS and what they might be contesting against Empire. Luna's still available. I'm feeling Luna, Greg. I'm feeling it in my bones.
Oh Jesus!
Power
Ranger is the last pickup here for a head. Well, there's a couple ways to play this. I mean, we've seen Arteezy take it mid, get dragon-tailed and die. We've seen Envy take it, and he builds it a little bit more like utility-ish. It's a little bizarre, but we'll see how a head want to handle the Drow Ranger this game. A lot of people know that the way you kill Ember Spirit is obviously with physical DPS. Well, Drow's got a lot of that, that's for sure. Also going to be helping out their team, which is entirely range except for that Clockwork, of course. They've got the Vengeful Spirit Aura as well, so who knows? I mean, if they can figure out a way to, if they can get a good initiation on Ember Spirit, now they have the tools to kill him. If he jumps on them, it might be a little bit more difficult, but we'll see how it works out for them. This is definitely, I think I would call this a high-risk pickup.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Greg, with the help of that aura, I mean, Drow Ranger will hit like a truck. Oh, yeah. It's gonna happen. The question is, will she get the opportunity to hit like a truck? I mean, you got the Bat Rider, you got a decent amount of slow and a fair amount of lockdown here. Given she has the silence to fall back on, I worry that she might be a little squishy here and could get caught out very easily. So it comes down to probably positioning in a lot of these fights if she's able to find the opportunity to let loose and go. And actually, they're going to pick up Spectre for their last grab. So nice global presence. Great Rising late gamer here, but we'll see. Against the Drow, I would probably favor the Spectre.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of just have to favor the Spectre over the Drow. Drow has had some very hit or miss performances. Some have been good, some have not been very good at all. But we'll see how it works out for them. I do like the draft of Team Empire a bit more. It seems a bit more stable. Ahead here, going to be riding by the seat of their pants, I think, to win this one. They're going to have to execute pretty much every fight perfectly. But let's go over the teams for Empire. Again, sitting in the dire position. Mag going to be picking up the Bat Rider Resolution. Going to be on that Ember Spirit. Always want to fly on the Ancient Apparition Vex Core this time. Going to be wielding the Venomancer and Silent. Going to be on the Spectre.
And on your up-and-comers, the ahead Russian squad, it looks like we're going to have Clockwork on the off lane. No surprises there, played by Seema. Your mid lane is going to be accompanied by Mr. Undershock on the puck, and the trifecta on the bottom lane. Judo leading the front on the Drow Ranger. Right behind him, we have Ars Zeke. I'm going to go with that one on your Vengeful Spirit. And then finally, Obi-Wan Banan, or Obi-Wan Banana, playing your Bane.
That's an awesome name. Obi-Wan Banana. Big fan of that one. And I think it is Obi-Wan Banana on the roster, but I'm just going to append an extra A on there, so he's got Banana.
Yeah, just the A just seems to fit. It won't roll off the tongue nicely if we don't get to say Banana.
So, we'll see. Resolution is, he's down in his bottom lane right now. Wonder what he is looking to do. Maybe find someone, get a little bit of an early pick-off or something. I think it's going to be pretty difficult, although I guess if they have Firefly and Searing Chains, that might be enough to right-click someone down and with that Firefly damage as well on top. But we'll see. He's definitely going to be settling over the mid lane. Tri-lane and the top lane for Empire. This is a very stable tri-lane. They've got the Venomancer for the slow. They've got the Ancient Apparition for a little bit of extra damage if anyone tries to move on them, and the Spectre as well. There just is this Clockwork up here, so I'm not sure he's going to be able to bully them enough to really take advantage of this tri-lane. I mean, if this was tri-lane versus tri-lane, we'd have a show on our hands because there's just a lot of damage floating around and some pretty squishy heroes, but unfortunately, none of that.
Yeah, that won't be the case. Clockwork will have to fend for himself as usual in the side off lane and just try to get any sort of CS, whether it be due to clogging up the lane and pulling the lane back in his favor near the tower. But Empire, I wouldn't be surprised. They're going to lay out some heavy aggression, try to hold him back. Help with the Chilling Dutch also will just lay out so much extra deeps early, and he'll be rattled down very low, forced to pull out all that regeneration. He even was shared a Tango. Just he knows that he might be taking some punishment here in the top lane, so that's good. And Empire already pulling back from that jungle, so expect Resolution to make the rotation to the mid lane with that Ember Spirit versus Puck matchup. And Greg, on matchup alone right there, who do you have to favor?
Oh, Ember Spirit by quite a bit. I mean, this is actually just a really hard matchup for the Puck because there's only so much you can do if he runs at you with Flame Guard on and then chains you. Like, there's just not that much. Like, if you've got a perfect orb, you can make it out, but it's really difficult because Phase Shift doesn't really help you. He'll just chain you as soon as you come out of it. This is a matchup that I have played once, and only once, because I will never do it again. It was not fun as the Puck.
I was gonna say, you were probably the Puck, were you?
I was the Puck. It was not fun at all.
Got your ass beat. All right, good job, Greg. Mid lane, we'll see though. Undershock, he's an up-and-comer. Maybe he falls back on a pretty dominant Puck performance, and he feels confident with this one. But I would agree. I mean, Ember Spirit on paper has to be the victor in this lane. We'll see if that's the case. Resolution, as we know, very proficient mid player, should be able to take aggression early.
Yeah, and I think really the only way for the Puck to do well in this lane is to get some extremely heavy rotations. If that does happen, I mean, this lane can be doable. If you get a decent level advantage, get a couple levels in that silence and make it so he can't use his toolkit as well, it's pretty good. The other thing is if you somehow manage to do a lot of right-click damage to him, like, it can be okay. I mean, Ember Spirit's mana pool or health pool rather, is rather small, so...
Bottom lane, they've been putting a little aggression. I just wanted to point out they have this ward up early to try to catch out the Bat Rider. Immediately Vengeful stepped in, threw out the stun. Just wants Mag to know, like, hey, you might not know quite a lot about us, but we're here to try to dominate this lane and keep you back. So we'll see if Mag and his off-lane professionalism will be able to build in some CS, but right now this Venge is being a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, and Venge does right-click decently. I mean, he's certainly taking a fair amount of damage, forcing some respect out of that player, but I mean, look, Puck is very low now. Ember Spirit just uses that Flame Guards, uses the chains, burning a lot of regen from Undershock, and he pops up his own salve. We'll see what kind of build Resolution goes on. I did a little bit of looking before this game, and he favors the Battle Fury build, so we'll see if that continues to be the case. Mag leading the creeps on a nice little journey, so we can get a little bit of extra experience.
Yep, doing what you can. This is what I was saying from last game. I definitely favor Bat Rider in the dire side offlane a lot more because you can exactly do this. Hop up and down the cliff without, you know, taking too much damage, without being in too much danger and able to secure those neutrals. And you can even sap away some of the XP from the pull camp. So definitely favor that. Mag already pulling out a pull on the Ancient stack, so they'll be saving that for later. Probably for Spectre without a doubt. And I've seen him do that plenty of times before. Just a great team player, great game sense, you know, be able to help out an ally with that down the road.
And one thing I do want to say, Resolution is getting owned in last hits. Like, it's not even close. He has 6 to Puck's 12. His bottle is just now coming out, and Puck's as well, even though he had a much more conservative start, spent a lot more, and you know, I do think that this is still just going to get worse and worse for Undershock, but he's starting out well at least. And now Mag in the bot lane looks like he might be the first blood here. There is no stun, but they have enough right click to take him down.
Just after I was praising him that he could do that safely, he goes ahead and feeds away the first blood. Way to make me look great there, Mag. So unfortunately, Mag hands it over.
Oh God.
Mid lane though, Ancient Operation, they want to take down Undershock. They know that they feel a little aggression, they do get him. So even after Resolution was losing the CS battle, he gets some assistance, calls in the troops, and AA is happy to attend, and Always Wanna Fly helps him out in getting a kill of his own.
Yeah, and AA, I mean, didn't even do that much. Like, you just Flame Guard and chain him, and it does a lot of damage. You get a couple right clicks off, but he comes over just to make sure that gank is completely successful, as Resolution really did need that. I mean, when you're losing CS like that, getting that kill will give you the upper hand, and now I think he'll be back on top. And once you get level 6, this gets really hard for Puck as well, because you can dart forward, obviously, use that mobility. So I think this is going to continue deteriorating for Undershock. I think he has lived the good part of this laning phase, and Mag, he's on the high ground. I think he'll be okay. Yeah, he's fine.
The reason why usually Bat's so good, able to fly away and get away from that potential danger. Meanwhile, top lane, they're shoving away the Clockwork, getting him out of the lane. Seema has to make a long rotation back to the top. But what I was going to say before that is when you match up the late gamers, Spectre's a little on top, 26 now and 9, with plenty of extra space to work with to Drow's 23 and 6.
And now they're battling over this 4-minute rune, but it does spawn bottom. And it looks like they're going to try to make use of this. They put it on the Bane. Haste Rune, is this going to be enough to kill the Ember Spirit? There were a couple of rotations over here. The Resolution taking a lot of damage. They're definitely priming up for this. Now he's on the run. He does pop the Flame Guard off, and I think that's enough to make them turn around. Now always want to fly. Is he going to make it out as well? Oh, crisis averted. Crisis averted. Unfortunately, Resolution used the speed on the courier on the way out. So that's the slowest Bottle Crow ever.
Look at that thing, it's pathetic.
Yeah.
It's
trying
like,
to fly back to make it there eventually.
Oh god, I'll get there. Hold on, buddy. I'll get that bottle to the fountain for you. Just one moment.
Hold on. I need to stop for my nailer, please. Now he uses the speed once it gets closer to the base, but that's that happens sometimes. You accidentally use it just out of force of habit, and well, it's coming back out now. Not a big deal, but just a little bit annoying.
Looks like Bat Rider bailed in the bottom lane. Mag takes his own business to the jungle now and tries to build up an extra farm, and already has a couple of stacks here to work with. Damn mud golems though, but he should be able to get some fair amount of reliable farm here. Even got some share tangos from allies to get some assistance, but now Drow should be able to capitalize on this farm. Yeah, and he's going for the Midas. This Drow needs a lot of farm to really make it happen, and things seem to be going okay so far, and I think Mag just didn't want to take the risk. A little bit of a skirmish in the mid lane, but looks like the puck's gonna head out, and Vayne has come back in. Are they actually been able to get a kill here? Here's the Nightmare. They do have Coil as well. You see an immediate reaction. Always Want to Fly is coming in. It looks like they are going to try to take advantage of this. Chilling Touch off on Resolution, and now they're the ones who are on the back foot. Yeah, Always Want to Fly was already making the rotation from the top lane to the mid to make something happen. Once they pulled the trigger and tried to get on Resolution, quickly pulled out the TP. A friend in need once again. Just like we saw last game, Empire are really quick to rotate and help out Resolution in the mid lane if things look a little grim. Yeah, I mean, this is a player, if you guys are more familiar with NA Dota, I mean, Resolution, you can compare him a lot to Arteezy. Their playstyle is pretty similar. The way that the team protects him is pretty similar. They know that if Resolution can get it going, then they have a good chance of success here. He even threw away a lot of kills last game like Arteezy. It happens. Oh, it's okay. Yep. Absolutely. 100%. So, Clockwork is doing okay in the top lane. He has reached level 4, so he's matching the supports in the lane, which means that you're doing at least okay. Bat, after getting those first couple levels, ooh, I missed a kill. No. Ember Spirit dies in the mid lane. Did you catch that? No, I didn't either. It's my fault too, Greg. I'm sorry. It had to happen eventually. Just apologies. It had to. Yeah. Condolences. Yeah, it's all good though. Nice comeback though for Aftershock, man. Just pull out the kill on the Resolution shortly after being praised. Yeah, I really did not expect that to happen. He did use Coil, so it looks like maybe he just got a little bit stuck, ripped that Coil, and took the stun damage. But Resolution's still farming okay in this lane. What is his CS at? 23. He's still getting completely owned by Undershock in CS. Yeah, by double almost. Undershock going to town on him right now, uses all his mana and thwarts him back a bit. So a little surprising after the matchup we thought, but I did say Undershock, man, he might have a solid puck, ability that we just don't really know about, and he's kind of showing it here. Yeah, once you get past that like mid part of the laning phase, it kind of rotates a little bit back towards puck because you start to get levels in the silence. And now Resolution actually taking a ton of damage through the Flame Guard now. And is it going to be enough? Can he get the kill? Oh, he stacks up the Spirits, does get it with the Flame Guard. And now, ooh, one more dart out. No, the Brain Sap. Obi-Wan not going to give him that kill for free. He goes down. They had to commit a couple people over to finish him off, but they got it done, so I don't know. Yeah, relatively even in the end. Slight nod towards Empire because they had to commit all that support over, and now there's extra room on top and on bottom for the rest of his team, so we'll see. But back and forth, man. Puck almost made it out of that one. He almost got away. So the mid laners continuing to spar. Let's take a look at our farming heroes. Tread's going to be the choice here for Judo. Get that XP, get the attack speed. That makes complete sense on the Drow. The Midas starting to do work. Spectre has picked up the phase boots. Looks like he's going to be getting a Vanguard next. Some people don't really love the Vanguard on Spectre. It's okay. Resolution, he's just taking a lot of physical damage. I mean, Undershock has definitely played this matchup before, and it seems he has fared better than myself because he knows the key to really doing this, getting this matchup to work for you, which is just get as many right clicks as possible on Resolution, and then try to abuse phase shift to dodge the Searing Chains. Seems to be working for him.
Under attack.
They do have a couple nearby. It does look like a Bat Rider is lingering near. I believe he has his blink now, right? Nope, not yet. It's very close, just kind of going through the jungle, picking up the rest, so we'll see. Yeah, great. Down with the replay. Take some notes. Early game puck against Ember.
Yeah, apparently I need to, so Undershock doing pretty well, though. So Resolution going to be continuing to Bottle Crow, it looks like. Yep, he's going to pop that one back on the courier, and again, it doesn't have speed. Oh, he's actually smoking. He doesn't want to Bottle Crow.
He's back. He's going to make the long rotation, yeah. He's got the levels needed now. Maybe he'll make some aggressive maneuvers and pick off a couple kills for himself. We saw it do it, you know, last game with the Storm Spirit. Once he reached about this time, he wants to make something happen and makes a long rotation all the way down. Maybe wants to take care of this drought.
That top lane, there was a smoke as well, but it seems like Empire sort of sniffed it out. They've all retreated to their jungle. Now Resolution's still smoked up. He's got to know about where this drow is now, and he's going to know that smoke pops, and he must know kind of what's going on. I expect going to send an ulti in here as soon as he's level 6, but in the top lane, Clockwork not really able to find too much. And this is awkward. They're just waiting for that AA to get level 6.
Very early Blade Mill. Oh yeah, once he gets it, he'll be able to scout things out, throw it in there. Ember Spirit will step in, try to burst her down really quickly and take her out. She does have a TP scroll, but she doesn't know what's about to blow up in her face here.
Oh, did they see that? Might want to leave now if he sees that. Not sure they did.
Maybe they don't think she's there anymore. They don't quite have the vision.
I mean, this would be like the most patient drow ever. I'm surprised he hasn't just chucked an ult over there. Now it sends it in the other direction, so I guess drow's gonna be okay for now, and they might even be a little surprised when they see her walk out. And now a nice big AoE on that is gonna nail Undershock, and now the blink, they move forward on him, and this is a very dead puck, and it looks like they converge on the bottom lane as well. Always want to fly, but now Spectre's coming in. Silent wants to defend his supports, and Silence does fly out from drow, and they want to nail him down. Gale goes off, gonna slow him down, get right click down. Spectre able to take down the drow, and now our Zeke taking damage. Stun goes off. He's gonna try to TP out of here. He's just fine. TP coming in from purple. That's the Clockwork. Team of the Slayer. Does he have hookshot available? Yes, he does. So we'll see if they want to re-engage on this. Mag coming over as well. Does not have lasso. Use that in the mid lane, but that blink is online now, so he can still do a lot of damage with the Firefly.
Yeah, as it is right now, Empire definitely coming on top in that one, taking the big drow as well as the puck in the mid lane. So as soon as Batrider picked up that blink dagger, they put it to use right away. So good for him. Gets his money worth right off the bat.
Oh, he's going to try to take down Undershock here. The Sleight of Fist goes through. Is it going to be enough to make him shatter? Swap back. Now Resolution getting punished for his aggression today, apparently. No fun day for him as he dies again in that mid lane. Puck lives. Not able to quite finish it off.
Timing for VS to step in there. That level 1 swap has a ridiculously small range, but managed to catch him out. They catch him out regardless, put him right back in the tower, and unfortunately Resolution just a little too aggressive there, unable to get it, and will hand himself over.
Yep. And the mid lane looks like they've decided to apply some pressure. The Vengeful Spirit has moved over, as well as the Bane, and they're going to try to knock down this tier 1 tower. See, the Slayer is kicking around here. Whoop, blind hook shot, not quite going to do it.
Space created. Now let's get the tower.
Created, yeah. Zoning
going right, pull the fortification. They get it. They run right back out. So they get the job done regardless, and step on back. But there might be a bit of a tiff here for the top rune as it puck sees out this DD and picks it up.
Dire's bottom tower
so Resolution's going for a drum. This is a good build. I mean, you need the HP. Unfortunately, the downside for Ember Spirit, his HP is lacking, like we already went over. So he's going to get that drum to supplement it. The move speed is pretty decent as well. It gives you a tiny bit of damage. Just a nice item for him, and then we'll see him really move into his core items, the items that really make Ember Spirit, Ember Spirit. And, you know, things like the Battle Fury, things like the Desolator, the damage items for that Sleight of Fist. But we'll see where Rowdy goes. In the past, he has gone for the Battle Fury, but I think you normally get that a little bit later. You really want just some kind of like straight damage item first, and then you get the Battle Fury after. But we'll see. There's a lot of ways to build Ember still. Not really a best way decided yet. As they continue their aggression, they're looking for a kill down here in bottom.
Yep, we've seen it played on multiple heroes nowadays. Fear does an old side lane style, Sing Sing as well in the mid. To each their own, they like to try out different builds, pub style, mass battle furies. I mean, we'll see what Resolution's flavor is as they try to go for another hook on the mid lane. Sorry,
I always want to fly. He gets blown up. There's a full peak gonna lash, but now Mag trying to move in. Sleight of Fist as well. You hear the Spectre. He's coming in. So all of Empire here. I'm not sure there's anything ahead can do. Can take this fight. And now, oh, another kill. Is he gonna get 3? No, double kill for both the Spectre as well as the Venomancer. 4 die for a head. The Drow, the only one left who has opted to head towards some life steal. So she's not gonna be helping anytime in the near future. Just gonna continue farming. And Empire, they've decided that this is the point of the game where they want to start being aggressive. And this Spectre is so farmed. 3-0. 101 CS at 14 minutes. 3,000 gold in the bank. Maybe it's time for a Radiance.
Oh, it is definitely time for Radiance, Greg. It is definitely time. Working that way close, should have it in the relative near future. Expect that about, I would say, what, 18 minutes or so? That's plenty of good time with a Vanguard on hand as well. Phase boots, Jesus Christ. Rich. So, she'll be building up early, and it's going to be a factor later.
The good thing about this Vanguard is it does give you a little bit more game in these early fights, lets you come to them without having to worry about dying with all that relic gold saved up, without anything to really protect you. And Radiance is good on this hero all the time, not just for farming, but obviously with the Haunt as well. You can kind of just kill supports that don't have a lot of HP. I mean, the Vengeful Spirit definitely going to be one, because the extra damage from the Desolate works on the illusions. So when you've got the Radiance burn on top of that, it gets ugly. It's very ugly.
We'll see if they try to make it happen. They smoked the top lane, and they're kind of waiting out to see if anyone's there. Spectre is nearby, but she's kind of busy doing other things, farming things out in the jungle, getting a pull for herself. They're converging up here. We'll see if they manage to catch him out. It will very well come down to a proper placed hook shot, but even then, I mean, Spectre is very slippery and hard to get away, especially with the ultimate.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen people kind of abuse that new ultimate too much. You can bounce around a couple times the illusions. It's a little bit sad. I would love to see a pinballing Spectre, but definitely still an extremely strong hero. And he continues to farm as Mag has found Undershock, and unfortunately he is going to be dead. Seaman Slayer might be in over his head. Resolution can be forced to bounce out of there with the Spirits. AA ulti is sailing through. Double kill now. Our Zeke, is he going to live? No. Searing Chains is here, and that's 3 kills for Empire that have gone unchecked as well, and things seem to be firing a bit out of control here for Ahead. The gold draft was a bit in favor of Ahead, now back down, but in the bottom lane they seem to be fighting Always Want to Fly. Is he going to make it out here? Nope, does not look like it. He gets brain zapped and died. Silent has picked off the Drow Ranger in lane as well.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
Oh, this is awkward. They're just duking it out in the jungle. Silent, there's a TP coming in. Oh, there's the grip. He still has the grip. Now Silent is going to be stuck. See with the Slayer here as well. He's going to be cogs in. And I think Silent, unfortunately, is going to be going down here without having that relic. That is a big issue. He picked up an Orb of Venom instead of finishing his relic. Maybe he's going for a different item. Is he getting like a Scotty or something?
Radiant's middle tower.
I don't know, that was interesting. It will set him back a little bit. He did also hand over a mini bit of a bounty there. It was just a really interesting turn of events in the bottom lane. Drow tried to make a move on the Ancient Apparition, was committing pretty hard for it, but then as you saw, Silent used her ultimate, stepped in, quickly took out the Drow, which was, you know, very nice exchange in their favor. Ancient Apparition, however, got caught up by the Bane. Bane steps in, uses his sweet, delicious ultimate, and they end up taking down the Spectre. So, I mean, Ahead seemed to come out on top, but Empire's still sitting pretty very much.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a minor setback in their overarching plan. I mean, it's really unfortunate that he died there without buying Relic, if that is what he's going for. Now that he's bought the Orb of Venom, there's some doubt in my mind. Before, it was like he's buying a Radiance, but now, questionable. I mean, the Orb of Venom is very, very good on melee heroes that just need to be able to track you down and keep hitting you. It gives you a little bit of damage as well, but I think he's mostly going to be using it for the little bit of slow that it gives him.
And all the meanwhile, Mag just taking the jungle back in his favor and away from Ahead Gaming, who are slowly being pulled back right now, getting choked up a little bit here. You're seeing VS kind of linger around the top lane a little bit and No Man's Land trying to level up a bit, but man, Empire just looking to try to take control here. AA ult's online, so we'll see if they try to initiate a couple of fights. They're gathering and might potentially make a push down this mid lane.
And something I do want to say, I mean, I really just don't like this Drow pick, because if you look at Ahead's lineup, it looks like they definitely want to be a little bit more aggressive in the early to mid parts of the game. I mean, they have the hook shot, they have the Puck, who's really great at those mid-game team fights. They have the Vengeful Spirit, whose swap and stun are strongest once she hits around level 11, which has not happened yet. But now with this Drow pick, who just hasn't contributed really like anything at all, they're having problems versus a team which, I mean, I would say is a little bit weaker in the early game and who's really aiming for the late game. And now Silent, he's decided the late game has come a little bit early as he has already picked up his Radiance.
This is where it sucks a lot for Ahead. Yeah, that ult, that Radiance can't get away. Blink daggers are nerfed.
It's a really nice coil, moves forward, not actually able to kill anyone, which is an issue. and now he's going to get caught. Searing Chains brought down. Bane is able to pick off the Ancient Apparition. Seeing the Slayer here creates a nice little cog while the Mag is moving forward. The silence comes off from Judo. Now finally the Haunt is here. The dagger going to continue. He's going to try to take down Judo. Looks like he is going to be able to get him without a problem. Mag going to be the one to cash in that kill with the fire, and he's picked up a Morbid Mask.
This is definitely the dominating Empire performance we were kind of expecting in this matchup, as they just ripped through the rest of the head. The game plan that I had hand there, trying to make a jump in theory seemed like it was going to work, but they couldn't quite pull it through. Spectre was able to escape, get back to the base, and then just haunt herself back into the battle. Now with that Radiance online, it's just unmerciful amounts of damage. She rips apart the rest of the team.
Just a lot of right-click damage. The Haunt damage for the burning is very, very noticeable as well if you're one of these low HP supports. And I mean, things just seem to be working out the way that Empire want them to. They actually did just fine in the early game, despite maybe a small disadvantage, and in the mid game. And the Spectres just accelerated the farm to a rate where, you know, like I said, the late game has just come early.
Yep, and they look to potentially put a lid on this one. Gonna grab some nice Invis War in the top lane. I don't know if Mag will be the one to grab it. It will be. Moving on in, he's got everything he can need for a Bat Rider. Blink and Force Staff online, and as he maneuvers his way towards the mid, AO flies out. He's gonna see Bane here. Let's see if he pulls the trigger or not. Oh, denied his TP. It's so sweet. Oh, come on. Yeah, you gotta do it. Grabs him out, pulls him right up. Yeah, you gotta get it. Pulls him back, tries to go ham on him right now. More than enough to just deny the TP, but he's trying to kite him out and take this one back, but doesn't want to overcommit. Nice work. So denies Bane the 135 gold and shoots himself back to the mid.
Yeah, it gives him that little bit of positioning advantage as well. Smart thing not going in, but Seema the Slayer, he has chosen this time to move in on Vanskor, who is relatively unsupported. There's no lasso, but now Resolution has returned. Double silence off on Resolution, but he still is managing to right-click down one. He is finally, no, not gonna fall yet. He's not dead yet, finally does die. The Aegis gonna fund out RC, gonna be the victim here. Oh man, Ancient Apparition getting that one. And now it's 1 for 3 again in favor of the Empire. The Puck is just, he's out of here, man. He doesn't have nearly enough damage to really help with this. And, you know, sometimes games are completely lost in the draft. I don't think this is one of those, but certainly this drought is not doing them any favors.
Tower is under attack.
No, certainly not. Expecting to maybe use Haunt for that fight. Now they look to go ham on the mid tier 2 tower and inherit it for themselves. Top lane, however, what we have in here, a bit of a fisticuffs happening right now, as it seems that Ember wants to go to town Puck, but will not be able to shut him down as he's already used the Searing Chains, which, as far as I know, denies a TP. Is that correct? I'm not a big I'm not a big Ember player, but that just in theory seems like the logical thing. So gets Puck out of there, moves down the top lane, and does a little bit of split push action for his team.
And I mean, your other option as the Ember Spirit is you can like stack a couple spirits when someone is TPing out and just try to burst them through it, because they do damage based on the number of spirits that you put down. But he was out of charges. Now he is swapped back finally. He uses that one he just got, and now he's stunned. But I hear there's a lasso. Mag and me dragging an undershot. It looks like Resolution. Oh my god, he actually turned this one around. He took down the Vengeful Spirit. Silent has gone top lane. Now the Sleight of Fist coming out as well. Nope, Nightmare off, gonna deny one. And now back in the river, they're fighting. Undershot, gonna go down. So again, a 1 for 3 for Empire, only losing Resolution for the mid to off laner and one of the supports. And Drow he's just AFK, man. He's doing things.
They tried to make something happen there on Resolution. Remember, they swapped him back and they ran in for him, but then finally Resolution turned around, beat at his chest, and was like, let's do it, and just took him down. He managed to take 2 with him. Yeah, he took 2 down with him, so well worthy for them. 22-11 the score, doubling up right now is Empire, as they're just going to try to like end this one potentially. It's going to be pretty grim for Ahead to try to get back in this.
Yeah, now it looks like there's going to be a Manta style coming up for Silent. Obviously, the illusions are great with Radiance for farming. They're great for pushing up hills. They give you the extra damage from Desolate. Just a nice item on this hero. Rounds everything out. Eul's Scepter going to be the next choice for Mag. Makes initiating a little bit safer against there's a ton of silences on these teams on Ahead, so he'll be able to Eul's up, avoid those. Also going to keep him safe from presumably the Bane. So I like this item on him. Just lets you move in, grab someone, force back, and then just yourself so you don't die.
And Bat Rider's always been a move speed as well, which Eul's provides a little bit of. So in case he gets swapped out or someone else does, throw out the Eul's.
Absolutely. They make a move now in mid lane. It looks like Vanskor is going to die again. Puck's the one to grab this kill. Ancient Apparition sending the ult in. Isn't enough to kill Seema the Slayer. No. I think if he had actually landed it, it might have been enough. Oh, he is dying in base. The poison damage. The poison damage with the shatter damage. OP, and he dies.
Dire's top tower
Hey, it's just
is
too
under
good.
attack.
As you can see, he's building towards that scepter, which makes him
Dire's
just that much
structures
more
are fortified.
ridiculous. I mean, he's got only 2 of the components, but he's got a little ways to go. Regardless, he just can contribute so much to fights without even being near him.
And the reason people like this so much, you look at his ultimate, right now the duration is 9 seconds. You get a Scepter, it's 17. In the top lane, Judo is dragged back. Silent, gonna find him, and he's gonna try to TP out. Do they actually have enough damage to right-click him down? No, not quite. In bottom lane, though, they're fighting as well. Fights all over the place here. In this game, Puck, he's trying to phase shift away, dart away with the board. Nope, not able to do so. Sleight of Fist gonna help seal the deal now. RZ is stuck. There's another Spirit. Resolution, no mercy. Sleight of Fist sails through. He gets another kill.
A quick snip takes out the VS, and now look to push on the bottom lane. Draw Ranger managed to escape that top lane tip, but regardless, doesn't matter.
Wow.
Jump in, coming out like clockwork. They're going to go on to Resolution, pinning him up, and then they use the Fiend script. They want this man dead and take him down, and try to run it back as they do successfully defend the tier 2 tower.
Yeah, they got him dead to rights there, and yeah, Blade Mail has been pretty good for him, I have to say. He's had some pretty nice initiations, but now, oh, Judo. Are you gonna die, sir? You look pretty dead. Yep, down he goes.
Well, got away the first time, not so lucky that time, and we'll end up falling, and now they just put a bit of aggression here on the top lane, and with Drow Ranger down, there's not too much of a threat as far as damage.
Yeah, Ember Spirit down for Empire as well, but they have their Spectre. He is unbelievably farmed. That Manta is up now as well, and now he's going to use that Yules offensively. Coil going to come out just on Mag. He force stabs, chooses to break it, and Brain Sap sails through. He loses a bit of his HP, but now Silent. He's thinking about coming in. Puck does not move forward on that orb. There's a Haunt. He's going to try to knock down a couple of these supports. He's a little bit stuck. Where has he settled up? Looks like it's up top near the Bane. Takes down one. Are they going to be able to get another? Mag is moving forward. Oh, always want to fly. Gets one with the ulti now here. He's pulling back Undershock. He's going to fall as well. And 4 die just for Mag, the Batrider. And now there's a Lincoln Sphere up for Resolution. Going to make it even harder to kill that man. Also, he can put that thing on Silence and have Silence just walk up and start right-clicking. So I like this pickup. Pretty nice utility on Resolution. They have enough damage. Shima the Slayer goes in on Silent again. They want to bring him down. The Silent goes through from the Drow. Now he's pushed back. Looks like he is going to go down. And down he goes, but Resolution, he just starts for it, proving his aggressive play. Judo, BKBs, and now Resolution has decided he does not have the right clicks to take down the Drow.
Meanwhile, up front, yeah, Puck's in trouble. Orbs away. Gotta be careful right now. And Get Back has to pull out the ship to avoid maybe. Now Fly shows up. Oh! Smacks him in the face and takes him down.
Yep. The poison damage was threatening him as well, so he had to phase shift early to try not to die. But now Resolution has run into the Vengeful Spirit. He tried to toss out the stun. That's not going to work. Swap goes through, but a beautiful Ghost Scepter going to keep him alive. Wow. Very nice usage.
Yeah, they're going to look to make it happen. Empire pick up another. Spectre had a lot of gold she was sitting on. Didn't opt to buy anything before she was taken out. Nearly 2,300 now, back down to nearly 2K. But yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. Mid lane, they're still tifting out. Resolution, aggressive as usual, trying to make a quick kill on Judo. Does get it right there with the help of the Sleight of Fist, and now trying to retreat, but Bane will get the last word as he manages to take him down. Oh, but here comes the redemption, but the nice sleep will force him back. Followed up with a hook shot. They want to try to take out Mag, but with sweet, delicious fly, force step forward, a Yules to prevent any additional damage, but a force step from the Clockwork is more than enough as they step in and clear him out. Even Vanscore is happy about this one.
He's happy to watch his teams who are getting completely greedy, just feeding in the base. And Team of the Slayer, I have to say, he's done a nice job utilizing those hook shots. I mean, he's died a bunch, but that's sort of the territory when you're playing a Clockwork and you're behind. But I have to say, I mean, he's done a nice job initiating. We've seen a couple of good hook shots from him. Silent, yeah, you're right, he's got a lot of gold.
I want to take a moment to talk over Ember Spirit's items. He got a Lincoln Sphere, which is something I don't typically see on Ember Spirit. I mean, is it something you typically see? He's doing more survivability, not the typical resolution aggression style, but he wants to get a little bit more HP, a little more stats, and obviously the help of the Lincolns itself, avoiding any potential easy pickoffs. I mean, Fiend's Grip, the biggest one I can think of.
Bane, yeah. I think he's sick of the Bane, like, just kind of using him. He has died 6 times. The Vengeful Spirit stun really annoying, swap annoying as well. He also obviously has that option of placing that Lincoln's on silent, so just a good item with decent utility, and Now, they have enough damage. They have Silent to really dish out the damage, so I think he's okay with skipping a little bit of damage for now. And it looks like, I think he's going to be going for a heart next. He saved up a lot of gold. This is the conclusion I've come to, and just gives you some extra HP, so... Oh, Arzeep almost dying in the top.
Does top die. Lane, wow. Yeah, he made a run in there and managed to rip apart both of them. Man, Ember Spirit doing serious work, cleaning house in the top lane. Both the Puck and the Drow, the Vengeful Spirit will have to make the long trip back, and now Empire. Let's see if they make a formal push happen. H-Apparition, now with that Scepter online, can easily start the fight.
Seam of the Slayer. He moves forward again on Vengeful, who now has wizened up, pops that Ghost Scepter. He is not going to die quite yet. Hey, ulti going to sail in, going to hit Seam of the Slayer. Is that enough to kill him? I'm not sure, but Resolution looks like he's on the hunt to dart forward and pick up another kill. He does have the Spirit. He's moving forward now. Goes forward with Sleight of Fist, gets the chains as well. Now Mag is here. He's been silenced, but it's a little bit too late. Obi-Wan is gonna go down. It looks like the Clockwork has lived through that scare of being shattered, but now Empire is knocking on his front door.
Is under attack.
Yep, here we go. Time to take the hill. Not too much of a threat. Bane's still down. Puck about to come back up, and Drow. We were talking about positioning, be able to get out the damage. Can't really find her home for position lately. Has been with my back to the enemy team trying to run away. Now they're looking to Lucian past the base. Puck initiates in. Will quickly step back with that AO. Will end up flying. VS ultimately taken down by the help of the Spectre. They end up moving right in. Judo on the run to retreat back to Mask of Madness. Even makes her take more damage as he's ripped right apart. And now Empire should be able to clear out the rest of this mid lane and racks. GG's called regardless.
And I'm not surprised. I mean, this was easily 1 or 2 racks for them. And Empire just played this one stellarly. I mean, Resolution died maybe more times than he had to, but unfortunately, the Drow pick just, I don't think it did anything, man. It did actual nothing. They played with 4 heroes in silence.
It was a bit of a shaky draft for them. We can say that. But regardless, they do fall, trying to get it. They push on now to a, what was it, 1-6 now record. Empire move on.